Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon XD. In the last episode we did stuff, and we failed to capture a Pokemon, but then after the episode I went back and actually got it, so now we have Houndour on our team, which I really wanted to catch it now, because it's actually going to be one of the members that I'm going to keep with me. So, in this episode we're going to go on down the line and face all of the other 6 brothers. Starting with Blue 6, see, he has a Goldeen. This entire episode is probably going to be just these battles, because I do want to do all of these battles since these are unique trainers. In case you couldn't tell from the last battle, they kind of have a theme where, you know, their color matches the type of Pokemon that they have. You know, it's totally obvious, but I felt like pointing it out. So, starting off this battle, let's see how much Shadow Blitz does. Over half. Yeah, the Houndour that we have is actually the highest level Pokemon on our team now, because it's at level 17. It's actually quite a pain trying to catch that thing. So he has a Spiel, and this is actually going to be a Shadow Pokemon. If you don't use a Vaporeon on your team like I do, I would very highly recommend using Spiel as an alternate. Has some very good evolution once it gets to Celio and Walrein. It's a nice, it's very, very bulky. I think one of its abilities can be thick fat. So let's see. I'm gonna play it safe and just use Tackle, and I'll use Shadow Blitz to take out the Goldeen. Yeah, definitely one of the better water ice types that you can get in the game, at least this early in the game. Let's see, that did not a lot. I probably could have gone for Bite and would have been fine. He's doing Shadow Mist, which I'm not that worried about because it just blows your evasiveness. Okay, yes. Oh, Harshly. That's fun. But honestly, see, Shadow Mist, you really only have to worry about it if your opponent using really inaccurate moves, which is a strategy that they will use later. There's some pretty horrific shadow moves in terms of their usual accuracy, but that doesn't stop the AI from lowering your evasiveness a ton and then spamming the moves to no end. But we'll suffer when we get to that point. And of course, you know, as long as he keeps on using Shadow Mist, I'm not taking any damage, so I'm not really complaining. Alright, I think I'll have Vaporeon go for the tackle, and I'll try to catch it now. Yeah, sticking to the Pokeballs at this point, even though I think I can buy Great Balls. Or maybe I can't, I don't know. But at this point in the game, there's really no reason to buy them, since the Pokemon that we're catching, as you can see, like this Spiel, I caught it with about 40% of its health left in a Pokeball, and no status effects. We will be picking up a member of our team very shortly that will help a lot with that. So that's 2 of them down. So when I get serious, the consequences can be really bad. That's why I took it easy on you. Okay, come on, no Johns. Alright, let's see. I think after each of these battles, I'm going to probably save, just because we're catching a lot of Shadow Pokemon now. So, in case that I mess up, I would like to just be able to reset and load my save. You know, you can call it save scumming or whatever, but I'd rather get, you know, these Shadow Pokemon out of the way now. You will have the opportunity to catch them later, but it'll be quite a bit later in the story, and I want to have them on my team starting now, especially because I need to purify them before I can start using them to their full effectiveness. So, Brow 6 is actually the one kind of exception to the whole color matches the type, in that Hoot is a normal type Pokemon. The Baltoy is you know, I think I'm going to have Houndour attack Hoot, because it'll have Shadow Blitz, which is super effective, because it's not going to do any damage, basically, at all to the Claydol. But yeah, he does have a ground type Pokemon. Baltoy is ground psychic. So there's that. But he only has 2, actually. I think. Actually, did V6 only have 2? He might have. But I think most of the 6 brothers. They're the Hexagon brothers. I don't know why I call them 6. It's probably because they have 6 in their name. But yeah, the Hexagon brothers. I think most of them have 3 Pokemon on their teams. So yeah, I'm avoiding using Bite on Baltoy because that probably will do. It might not take it out in one hit, but with a critical, it definitely will. And knowing my luck, that'll probably happen. I'm not too worried about taking damage because obviously it's fainted now. So all we'll have to worry about is the Baltoy attacking us. And it's using Shadow Mist too, which I'm pretty sure it has at least one other move. It probably has Shadow Blitz in its moveset, but it just really feels like lowering our evasion. That's just the AI for you. At least the normal trainer AI. We're going to be getting to our first boss soon, and yeah, the boss is not nearly so lenient in their AI decisions. That and their Pokemon just have, better stats. So get a little bit of chip damage there. I don't know. Oh, it's actually attacking us. Surprise. We'll see if this actually gets it. If it gets into yellow, it didn't. Yeah, I think I'm going to take another turn to whittle it down a little bit more before I go and catch it. So this Baltoy will actually be going on my team, so I will be swapping out one of the Pokemon on my team after this battle. I'm going to catch it. Thank you for attacking Houndour. I really don't mind absorbing very little damage for that. Alright, yeah, that'll definitely put it in range. And I guess I'm gonna have Vaporeon throw the. I'm gonna use Vaporeon's turn to throw the Pokeball, and in the event that doesn't work, I'll get a little bit more damage with Houndour. Yeah, but Baltoy will be joining the team. Claydol is, kind of underrated. It's not the best Pokemon, but then again, you kind of have a limited selection in these games as to what you can use, and especially starting in the early game, there's not a lot you can use. Once you get later in the game, you do start catching a lot more Shadow Pokemon, but the problem is, when you're that late in the game, especially if you've been raising just one team, then the Pokemon that you catch will probably be either, behind in levels, and you have to try to catch them up, which is a major pain, before they change the experience share in Gen 6. Or you just don't have them for that long. So either your team is kind of empty for a while here. I'm going to actually heal up my Pokemon while I'm here too. So that's why I generally prefer to pick up Pokemon a little bit earlier so that I can actually use them. And get some mileage out of them. So that's why I'm picking up a whole bunch of Pokemon from the Hexagon brothers to put in my team. This is actually the first time we've seen the PC. It functions very, very similarly to how the PC does in other games. Yeah, I'm gonna swap out Poochyena because Houndour already has the Dark type covered. The reason I'm keeping Teddy Ursa on my team for the moment is because it occasionally picks up items for us. So speaking of which, I didn't want to go into my PDA. Let's see if he has an item for us. He does not. And it is a he. I checked the gender. Alright. Actually, you know what? I can determine what Pokemon I want to be on the front of my team when we get back to the Cypher HQ lab, or at least the former Cypher HQ lab, because I don't think it's their headquarters anymore. Yes, it just says Cypher lab. So who's the next guy in line? I think it's Yellow 6. Yes, it is. All right. So I'm going to. I think I'm going to switch out Baltoy because I'm going to check his moves just see if he has Shadow. Yeah, he has Shadow Blitz. So if I'm lucky, he'll try to attack me with electric type moves, and they won't work. So we'll see how this goes. We might not look it, but we are busy. but do you want to play anyways? Okay, you sure sound busy. You're all here just standing in a line doing nothing else. I think Yellow 6 is probably one of the ones whose name just does not lend itself well to like the portmanteau, trying to work it into, you know, color than 6. Alright, so actually Vaporeon is not the best option to have out in this fight. I didn't really consider that too much. I think I'm going to switch out for a Houndour. Because I don't want to deal with that. One of these two I think is more of a threat. Probably the Electrike. Yeah, Chinchou is kind of mediocre as a Pokemon. Lantern, its evolution is a little bit better. Yeah, the typing Electric Water is kind of weird because it is not. Grass isn't very effective against Electric, I believe. Let's see. Oh no, not Supersonic. I hate this move. Well, and the AI's tendency to use it doesn't help either. I'm gonna get hit. Yep. I mean, I'm waiting for it to happen twice in a row too, because it's gonna happen. All right, one more hit on each of them will do it. He's using Tackle, and Baltoy is tanking it. Yeah, so. On my team that I'm building for this game, Baltoy is going to kind of serve as more of the tank. I also, for some reason, when I was selecting Houndour, forgot that Chinchou has water moves. At least this one does. Hit myself again. See, I have to tempt fate, or else it will never happen. You know, I'll always hit myself in confusion. All right, I think now that Chinchou's out of the picture, we have Mary. Well, I guess I'm just gonna leave Houndour out. Well, I need something to put damage on this thing, but I don't. Well, I guess it only has Shadow moves at this point, so I don't have to worry about it using electric attacks on me. So I think I will switch my Vaporeon back in. And I'll just go for a little chip damage with Shadow Blitz. See how much this does. Barely, well, it's maybe a few pixels. Probably like 1 HP. Because our health bars are not, we don't have enough HP so that yeah, chip damage is basically invisible. Alright, I think I will use Bite, and if it faints, then I will be terribly remiss. But Mary will be joining us on the team. You know, in the absence of having Jolteon on your team, Mary is also a very good alternative, especially when it gets to Ampharos, because Ampharos is pretty awesome. Granted, he doesn't have his Mega Evolution in this game, because again, that was only introduced to Gen 6, but he's still pretty good in this gen. Oh boy. Here we go. I got Paralyzed and Reverse Mode. Luckily, I killed it. And I got Paralyzed too. For good measure. Wonderful. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna reset because I want this Pokemon on my team. So I'll see you guys in a bit once I get back to this point. Of course, it had to happen. So yeah, I'm back. First part of this battle actually went pretty well, getting back to this point. Of course, I do better when it's not going to be on camera, but you know, it's par for the course. I guess I'm going to have to go with tackles from here on out because the last time I tried to use Bite a second time, I got a critical hit. That is always my luck with Pokemon, that I will always get the critical hit when I don't want it, or when it would have been pointless anyways. You know, when the attack would have done enough damage to KO them, regardless. It's a Shadow Blitz again on Baltoy. I have no objections. See, do a little bit more, and yeah, we're definitely in a good range now. So I'm gonna use the Pokeball with Vaporeon, and then, you know, in the event that that fails, we get in a little bit more damage. One, two, three. All right, that is what I like to see. We defeated Cypher Peon Yellow 6. I hate brats. Well, I'm glad I kept you busy. Actually, we have nothing to do. It's not like we need to worry about any enemies in the desert. Hello? I'm right in front of your face, sir. You know, I'm kind of their enemy. Although I wouldn't say that they're high enough caliber to be called nemesis. Alright, I'm going back and healing. Plus, I want to get Mary in my party as well. Yeah, since our party's full. I guess I could have unloaded Pokemon before. And just, you know, had it fill into the slot right when I caught it. But, I wanted to go back and heal anyways, so... May as well kill two birds with one stone. Or sorry, two Talos with one stone. But why would you kill a Pokemon? That's a terrible thing to do. Alright, actually, if we press Y, then we can just do that. It's nice. I think it's time for Teddy Ursa to leave the party, because at least for the moment, having a flying type move on the team might be beneficial. So let's see. I think I'm gonna switch Vaporeon back into the lead. Let's see, who do I want to actually keep up there with Vaporeon? I think our next opponent is Perp6. So I guess I can go for Baltoy. It doesn't have any ground or psychic type moves, but at the very least it'll be immune. Actually, no. I think Steel's immune to poison, but ground just resists it. So, I don't know. At the very least, we'll resist any poison typos that they use on us. Yep, okay, purple is indeed the next one in line. So, I'm going to save here real quick, just in case I mess stuff up. Alright. Hi. A little kid like you should run on home to mommy. That's the best. I bet you know all about running home to mommy. Perp6. That's pretty funny. So he's sending out Coughing and Grimer. Yeah, they're really... I'm trying to think of, you know, all the poison type Pokemon before Gen 4, and I can't really think of many. You know, the ones that directly come to mind are usually Coughing, Grimer, you know, Muck. I can't remember Coughing's evolution. I guess we'll go for... What did I attack with? Okay. I'll just redo Baltoy's turn to make sure I know who I'm attacking. I guess I'll Shadow Blitz the Grimer and try to bite the Coughing, see if I can take it out since it's lower leveled. Ooh, Grimer's bulky. Actually, Coughing is not too shabby on the defense. Oh man! So close. It's gonna use Tackle... Baltoy. 3 damage. And he's going to use Pound. Vaporeon, that did 5 damage. Alright. I think I'm going to switch up targets and see if we can't take them both out this turn. You know, Coughing's pretty much good as dead, no matter what I did. Let's see, Tentacool. Is Tentacool the Shadow Pokemon? Or he's not, actually. So Perp6 does not have one. I don't unless he actually has 4. He might be the guy that has 4. He is the guy that has 4, and he does have a shadow Pokemon. I am the best at Pokemon. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna go for a quick KO on Tentacool here. And we'll be able to focus our efforts. So, that one-hit KO'd. It's, you know, it isn't Tentacool yet, you know. So it's not a scary jellyfish with a whole bunch of tentacles. Ooh, I do want to learn Water Gun. Which is more useless to me, Sand Attack or Tail Whip? Probably Tail Whip. Sand Attack will probably be going soon anyways, so... Yeah, I don't really use stat reducers, at least when I'm building single-player-oriented teams. I'm not saying those kinds of moves are completely useless, but I'd rather just, you know, get in damage than try to reduce their defense. I mean, unless I'm really outmatched in terms of a Pokemon that has a ridiculously high defense on it, then I'm usually not that concerned. Is this gonna crit? No. Okay, good. Yeah, Gulpin actually has a pretty high defense as well. Actually, a lot of these poison type Pokemon that he has do. Alright, so it's okay, Shadowfoot's going after Baltoy. So I guess, you know, I won't do any more damage this turn. You know, just reduce Baltoy's Shadow Meter by calling it. And I'll throw the ball with Vaporeon. Vaporeon's going to throw the ball for me. I guess it technically could, but I don't know if it would work, because it has to go through the snag machine in order to work effectively. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I just thought of this. Did I actually call Baltoy out of reverse mode? I might not have. I think the ball throwing happens before anything else in a turn. Except for items. You're just a brat. Why are you so strong? Because I'm good. Yeah, he is still in reverse mode. Alright, so... one more guy, and I think that'll do it for this episode. It's been all battles, but that's kind of what I was expecting it to be. So, you are the last one. Come on, kid. I'll take you on with my 6-fold power. And we have Greasix. He has an Oddish and Cacnea. Yes, we can actually use a Fire-type move since Houndour's heart gauge is low enough that he has one move. So we will Ember and... oh, okay, so this guy has 6 Pokemon, and they're all suitably weaker to compensate for it. I probably should switch out Vaporeon. If I was being smart. I'm fully expecting Houndour to be able to take care of basically all of these. We'll see if Bite can actually take it. Oh, actually, Cacnea was not a good choice to use Bite on because I think it has Dark. We'll see. Okay, not yet. I know when it evolves into Cacturn, it becomes Dark. Low-Tech. Okay, I'm gonna have to call Houndour out of reverse mode, which kind of sucks. I'm losing 1 turn of damage. I'm gonna go for the Bite on the Low-Tat because Fire won't be super effective. His bar is already down below 2. Yeah, we just got him kind of at the beginning of the episode. That goes to show you just how effective battling with the Pokemon can be. Is he behind? No. I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah, I think he actually has 2 Shroomish, if I'm not mistaken. This is the one that's not a Shadow Pokemon. I'm pretty sure he has a Shadow Shroomish. Oh, hey look, we actually got Roar back now, so we'll just go with that. Oh, that didn't one-hit KO. So that's That's annoying, kind of. It's only slightly annoying. Alright, he's gone. And hopefully we'll have the, oh, sorry, it's a Seedot. I was mistaken. So, of course, I will be trying to catch this. Is it the only non-level 9 Pokemon on his team? I'm pretty sure it's 17 like all the others. Okay, you know what? You go ahead and use Absorb on Houndour. I have no complaints about that. Yeah, I think I'm going to use Houndour's turn to take out the Shroomish, because I don't want to put in too much damage on Seedot, because either I'm going to get basically like no damage with a Shadow type move, or Ember's probably going to kill. So I'm just going to play it safe and do this. So Shroomish is gone. Bye, Shroomish. I'll miss you. Oh, okay, so Seedot's actually using a move that we haven't seen before. I believe the Steel actually has this move on it. It's called Shadow Wave. It will hit both of your opponents, and it's fairly weak from what I remember. I'll have to go in and look at its stats after I end this battle. So I think I will Shadow Blitz, and I'll just use a ball. Actually, you know what? I think I'll go for using the ball on Houndour's turn, and then using Tackle with Vaporeon. Oh, you know, actually, I probably should use Water Gun as well. Not going to make too much difference, I think. Especially if I catch it, which, knowing my luck, now that I've mentioned it, it's probably not going to happen. Yep. Knew it. Knew it was going to happen. And now watch me get a critical hit and kill it. Alright, he's using Shadow Wave again, so more chip damage, especially against Shadow type Pokemon. It's 2. Oh man, I'm scared. A critical hit? It's super effective. Alright, I'm gonna switch off and have Houndour attack it now. And hopefully this should be fine though, in terms of the health that it has left. Yeah, once we get the Mary purified and get Thunder Wave on it, we can start doing that. That'll help our chances a lot in catching Pokemon. So, Seedot got caught. I feel crushing defeat 6-fold! Well, I mean, I do have 6 Pokemon on my team now. This is nothing. Our brotherly love is nothing like this. Alright, so this will probably be a fairly long episode, since I decided to try to cram in 5 full battles into this, you know, along with running back to the Pokemon Center every so often to heal up my Pokemon. So I think I will leave you here for now. In the next episode, we will actually get into the Cypher HQ and start exploring the place. So, thank you very much for watching. No, I don't want to rush my Pokemon again. I've been redxparasite, signing out.